John. G. Biatches. Biatches. I'll tell you what, I'm thoroughly impressed. From Kenny's chat, Woody. So they're allowed to put lights up on the street lights, huh? All right. You got a briefcase? Yeah. torture her. I'm going back in my van. She don't need to go down those stairs. You guys are awful. You guys are awful. That's awful what you're doing right now. That's awful. Shame on you, redhead. Shame on you, redhead Sea Org member. Shame on you. Absolutely shame on you. Shame on you. They're making one of the handicapped wheelchair bound ladies go down the staircase. She could barely the fact that there's no ramps here is insane. So how's everyone doing? Did you guys see my briefcase? That's my briefcase. Xenu briefcase. They will tell you that the BTs were you all along in OT8 after auditing the BTs all the way through OT7. Just like going clear. Don't waste your time, life, and money. LRH never wrote OT9. And it says there's an intergalactic alien ruler named Xenu. That's dope. That's printed on this motherfucker. Then I got propaganda in here too. Lara FM pins. Fender of Ant pins. Important stuff. This is the L. Ron Hubbard's notes on the Galactic Federation, consisting of 76 planets around larger stars visible from here. Almost more believable than the official story. The head of the Galactic Confederation. All right, it's the Confederation, not the Federation. Okay. Brought to Bequeak. Oh. Put an H-bomb out on the principal volcanoes. And then the Pacific area ones were taken with boxes to Hawaii and to Atlanta area over something. His name was Xenu. He use of renegades. various misleading data by something. He's got horrible handwriting. When it says, don't waste your sleep, don't you feel silly now walking with that case attached to your body? Important OT facts. LRH never wrote OT9. OT8s have a huge suicide and cancer rate. OT 3 to 7 is all auditing BTs. They will convince you that OT 8 that the BTs were with you all along, like going clear. Think about it. Have you ever met an OT 8 that is a total dipshit? How is that being a cause? So yeah, that's what's inside my briefcase. I'm pretty important. I'm somebody. Let me see. Let me hang out here. Just hang out for a bit. AZ Crimson. AZ Crimson, how do I get to your page? I got Corn Freak on the map, and I'm not sure if she's put any input. I haven't put any Chicago stuff in there yet. All right. Yesterday, I was working on the court cases. I just started a thing for the court cases. Those are all the court cases that... Oh, I forgot Scientology up north. Oh my God, who the fuck is this lady? Is this G.I. Jane? We're fucking... Oh, she's armed, bulletproof vest, hat. What the fuck is going on here? It's getting stranger. Fucking crap. What the fuck is going on, man? Probably Blackwater, y'all. Probably fucking Blackwater. It's all fucking connected. Totally fucking normal. No, she gave me a peace sign. What the actual fuck? Yes, that was worth it. That's why I come here. Fucking totally normal, man. So I'm gonna get shot up in this bitch. Random. Yeah, I feel like a fucking gangster, man. I feel like, man, you better not fuck with me. I got braids.
One, I'm gonna have you get some distance, go onto the patio.
Is this lady for real? Well, perfect timing. Perfect timing to look at my braids. I'm just over here trying to have my hot chocolate right now. What the actual fuck was that? Totally normal for a church, y'all. She's ready for fucking war. What she got, man? She's got the whole. We still got the fucking the Halloween decorations out. They're guarding the fucking place. It's fucking scary here. This one's off the fucking rocker. She's definitely chomping on some paint chips. She's hiding behind the umbrella now. Oh, fucking content, man. Content. Wasn't expecting the character unlock, but that's why I come here. I got nothing better to do. North Korea vibes. Real American heroes. Oh, she's on the move. Alpha, Alpha. Moving from HQ. We got D.O.A. out there. You hear it? Is that Bravo? We're blocking the or fucking what the fuck? No security again. We don't have any type of identification. Are you a Temu G.I. Jane? So you got the tactical gloves. She's standing guard. Watch out for this D.O.A. Yes, we're gonna have fun with this one. A Dave and Buster's hat. Who the fuck is this lady? Oh my gosh. I'm here for it. This is why I came here, man. You guys didn't even know. can't be real. No, it's fucking real, and I'm sober. And damn. No, she didn't say a word. We just I didn't look at her face. What season are we? I don't fucking know, man, but this is like a weird fucking Groundhog Day. The characters just get more odd as they go. Like we're unlocking the weirdo security guards. Oh, here she comes. I mean, she is so fucking serious, man. God damn. Where the fuck are you going? You're just walking in a zigzag? You try not to get shot but with bullets? Zigzagging through the jungle here? What she had? She's got, oh, she's tying her shoe. Very unprofessional. I mean, look at her. She's got frag grenades, multi-tools. Tactical gloves. I mean, she's fucking around. What could go wrong? This guy's coming in with a wolf shirt and a fedora. Thank the content gods for such. Thank the megaphone gods. We're gonna be seeing a lot more megaphoning here. We got big events coming up. What's she doing? Guarding the planters? Her pacing's making me a little uncomfortable. I think I lost you. Oh yeah. Damn. I missed all those comments. Winter Wonderland being built. Oh yeah, no, we're gonna be oh look, we got a bunch of them. Bunch of penguins. Oh, thank you, G.I. Jade, for protecting the Sea Org members. You guys look like, what was it, Thelma? Dilemma? What was the girl from? Oh my gosh, you're... Uh-oh. We're on a standoff here, guys. Don't. No, from Scooby-Doo. Thelma. That's close. The V. Paulina. Okay. So, since I got some people here early morning, we're almost to 500, so welcome everybody. Thank you. You're here for the shit show. So I'm gonna talk just a little shit. I watched some videos yesterday. About I'm getting into the little drama bonding that's going on through the SBTV community, talking about Mike Rinder. And specifically about Miriam. And it's important to talk about that. It's important to talk about these things when there's disagreements or there's different schools of thought. right? There's lots of schools of thought of what is argument, what is acceptable speech, what is not acceptable speech, what questions can be asked, and then, you know, and it all goes to it all goes to the accountability for the actions of people. And there was some things that Mike Rinder said that are just not true. Specifically that him and somebody named George, what is George's screen name? George did a video. He did a really good video on the whole situation. I'm trying to think of their name. Literally no one. Yeah, literally no one. So I watched literally no one's thing on. I watched Mike Rinder, and they did a great. Oh, he's Marilyn's mod too. Okay, he did a great video on the Mike Rinder thing, and so I'm asking. How do you say this? Because I watched Dodge's thing on Mike Rinder and about Miriam, like, you know, maybe not remembering shit right. And I think Dodge is a good journalist. And I hope Dodge goes and watches the video and sees what a journalist does do, right? That is an excellent video of calling out the bullshit. Excellent video. When they were on when he was talking about Miriam, them having to stop the set, and who was the guy with him? Was it Chris Shelton who was with him? Or was it somebody else? OT9 don't exist. Don't be fooled. Don't waste your money. Well, Dodge stayed with Jeff and Kathy. So right there, you're going to be a little lenient, or a little more leaning towards the people that you stayed at. Miriam and the LAPD. It was just put out, I think, because it was just put out because it had Mike Rinder's talk about how if it wasn't for her, she wouldn't have gone to the police. That was a lie. That was such misinformation. That's not even funny. How much misinformation that was. There was so much misinformation just in that statement alone that if it wasn't for them, but was it Chris Shelton that Rinder was talking with? And they said that they had to stop production and they had to, so they made it sound like it cost tens of thousands of dollars to fucking, to tens of thousands of dollars to have them interviewed by the LAPD. My first question is, why the fuck would you have to stop production? First question. Why would the police coming have to do anything with production? Two, a couple days before, Leah Remini and them were talking in the interviews, talking about, you know, that they need to do there's so many fucking lies, and I call you out, Dodge. Come on, Dodge. I love that you called out and you stood up for the Canadian convoy. And you said that they didn't block the emergency lanes. I respect you as a journalist for that. But Rinder's not telling the fucking truth. Miriam had done a police report in 2012. This isn't drama. This isn't argument. This is reality. This is like the facts of what actually, the chronological timeline of what actually happened. I don't care about the fucking dog. Some of you dog Karens are too much. So I'm glad Dodge said that. Worry about your own animals. That's one of the, I don't know why people with streamers think that they're gonna like tell anyone, like, just who cares? Who cares what they, who cares? As long as you're not beating the animal. No, just let people fucking feed their, like, as long as you're not feeding the dog antifreeze, like, just let them be. Just let them be. Like, that's some of the most annoying shit with people with food. Well, I care about animals too, but I'm not going to tell anybody, like, also how I'm not going to tell you how to eat. I'm not going to tell you to eat meat. I'm not going to tell you to eat vegetables. I don't give a fuck what you eat. You eat whatever the fuck you want to eat. That's your fucking, that's your life. Yeah, the dog gets treated like fucking, yeah, it's just, I don't know it. Yeah. Yeah, whatever. The dog shit, man, just fucking, like, just fucking, oh, you're not supposed to be on a leash? Oh, you should have that dog on a leash. Oh, like, I see a leash. Like, it's just fucking fuck, man. I can't handle that shit. Expecting them to go to the police with her after they did the interview for her. She was blindsided and upset. Well, and what kind of follow-through did Mike Rinder and shit do? Who? All I hear is, like, David Miscavige. I was, like, thinking about that last night. I was thinking about bad actors, useful idiots, culpability of their positions of being in there. You know, I kept thinking of Tori. Tori brought in Janet. I'm just saying, I'm defending Dodge for his handling of the dog. Like, let him fucking do whatever he wants with his dog. Yeah, but my friend literally feeds their farm dogs fucking raw chicken. And they're fucking huge, great sheep dogs. They do work. They're fucking great. They get fed all sorts of different things. They're fine. It's just, you know, is that the same with people? If the people are eating McDonald's every day, are you going to call the police on them because they're fucking feeding themselves shit that's going to make them die? I don't know. Fucking, we got, someone said something about Dodge's dog, so I want to defend Dodge. Like, let Dodge fucking do whatever the fuck he wants to do. I just would like Dodge to revisit the Mike Rinder thing. And this is serious. It's serious shit because you're talking about sexual abuse. You're not talking about them saying something that, you know, that got them canceled, having some type of political belief that's not the same, not thinking it's the best way to protest. You know, they're not arguments about that. It's arguments about really the gaslighting of Miriam, or the gaslighting of Miriam by Mike Rinder. That's what it really is about. And somebody who there's like no names for anybody. All of them, they're like, no one's actually like putting together who the fuck, what the organization of Scientology is. I talk to dogs, man. I'm the poodle whisperer. We have things, man. I've already settled court cases or about talking to dogs. And so it's important. That's important. It's important. It's important for, like, all of them have an obligation for, yeah. No one is going through who ordered what in the chain of command. Exactly, Amy. That's what the issue is. So I'm starting to see that. I see it a little more, like, it's getting clearer exactly what has to be done, and it's covering up what crimes did you do. These people, it's one thing for the it's one thing for the kids. It's different for these people who just came into it. There's no accountability to the child auditing. Period. End of fucking story. This isn't a popularity contest. It's so confusing with the shit, with the Aftermath Foundation. Like, they're fighting, but then they all, like, rub each other's shoulders and backs. Aaron, all of them. I just don't like Wesley. That's been done. He said he went to the FBI, but he didn't. But he is talking about the child essaying, grooming, auditing. Yeah, and they haven't done anything. Nothing's been done. It's so fake between both of the groups. It really is. They're all fake. It's all about their, like, own books and their own, like, yeah, it's, I don't know, man. So I watched George's video last night, and I was like, no, fuck Mike Rinder. Fuck that. I don't care what he's going through. I really don't care. And that's what happened. All these people, like, it's like, so I was listening to, who the fuck was I listening to? I was listening to somebody else. He left in the 70s, and he had a lawsuit against the church that I believe he was successful on. Let me see what his name is. Switch account. What's it? The Lord D.o.A. Gary Armstrong. So I listened to a couple of Gary Armstrong videos last night while I was going to bed. And wow, that guy's fucking great, man. I don't know why I haven't come across him yet. Someone in George's thing put a video about Mike Rinder. And so, Operation pronounced Jerry. So Jerry makes some great questions to Chris Shelton and to Mike Rinder. Yeah, sometimes there are different. It's not different. What Mike Rinder is saying are flat out lies. He's a liar. He's lying. Not only is he lying, he's trying to take credit for the LAPD, for getting the LAPD to do the thing, whilst complaining about tens of thousands of dollars being lost for stopping the police report of Miriam. That's fucking crazy. Even to utter it. First off, how do you, like, it was filmed. It was part of their content. Mike Rinder and Leah Remini used that for content. That was their content. And I don't know about the other girl. You fuckers, not talking about naming names is the fucking issue with all. When I hear you say I'm not naming names, it's like you're fucking missing the fucking point. You're missing the fucking point. Name fucking names. So who was the girl that he wasn't fucking naming? And why wasn't he naming her? What was done to her? Name the fucking names. All you. Okay, they facilitated for content, and then what did the police do? Nothing. What type of follow-up did they do? Any type of follow-up? If she asked not to be named, that's her choice. No, it was Mike Rinder not naming the other girl. Gerald Armstrong named the girl. What kind of follow-up did they do? The millions of dollars they made from that, how did they help Miriam? What type of follow-up? What type of litigation was done?
Are you tired of dated, worn-out ceilings that do nothing for your space?
Where does the case stand now with LAPD?
It's not so. But realize that we have ethical standards, and there's people who do not want to meet those ethical standards.
Gerald Armstrong says leaving Scientology in 1982 wasn't that easy for him. In litigation, Armstrong testified he wanted out after working for Hubbard and discovering documents that showed the church founder lied about his background and achievements. As Armstrong explained in the lawsuit, when he left Scientology, he felt he needed to take that so-called proof as protection. That got him sued by the church, labeled an enemy of Scientology, and allegedly made a target of the fair game doctrine.
The actual fair game doctrine states that someone labeled an enemy may be tricked, cheated, lied to, stolen from, sued, or destroyed by any means by any Scientologist.
Jim says today there is no fair game doctrine.
There was a policy years ago which was misunderstood. A person who leaves the...
I'm going to read the LA Times thing from yesterday. LA Times, Danny Masterson. Los Angeles Times. Yeah, and this whole like fucking, oh, I'm not getting part of the drama. Fuck you, man. Get into the fucking drama. Grow some fucking big boy pants. Let the shit fly and fucking handle it. They're all like, oh, I'm sorry, he has cancer. Oh, fuck that. Fuck that. Fuck that. That's pussy ass shit. It's pussy ass shit because Jerry said it perfectly. Once a murderer, always a murderer. You can do 1,000 good things, but you're still gonna be a murderer. Period. Period. Put your big boy pants on. Dodge. Get off that fucking fence and do some goddamn research like a journalist, the good journalist you are. This playing nice. There's, you know, I think that's a fucking. I think Dodge's statement that Miriam's memory might be off is a slap in the face for Miriam. A slap in the face. My thoughts. No, that's not drama. Same with Jacob, man. I really would love to see Jacob actually go and look at some of the fucking backstory. And if you don't, this is okay. Marcus Kupik, the pedophile that I was protesting 2 years ago that got me all the restraining orders. All right. How was I tying that in? What was it that I was going to... Oh, he's a level 3 sex offender. All right? What does level 3 sex offender mean? Level 3 means that that you have no remorse and you're highly likely to reoffend. Mike Rinder has no remorse for that shit. Likely to reoffend. Without taking accountability and not okay, let's say Mike Rinder wasn't involved or didn't know about it. What did Mike Rinder do besides making millions of dollars off of all that shit on the show? Who did he call out that was involved with covering that up? Would be my next line of questioning. Nothing. And that's why I don't think a lot of this shit's productive, is because the SPTV, Aftermath Foundation, it's all the same shit, man. They're like, it's all about like, it's not really about fucking stopping this shit. It's not about holding these people accountable. Yeah, he was literally the head of it. Rinder was aiming for Miscavige. Mike, Claire, and Amy aimed at their criticism at him. Some names of who was actually responsible would have been good. Well, it's all just the fucking figurehead. It's all they talk about, the figurehead, not the fucking, not the, like, it's just on many times on the show about saying OSA. I don't know what else. Just keep Mike from speaking out. Well, he's. I mean, if he was, all the people that were fair gamed by Scientology when Mike Rinder was in charge of it, and Rathburn, they're responsible for fucking. They're responsible for that shit. She did, but then went silent on Mike's actions. You're not gonna stir shit up here. The child does not forget the events. Signed an NTA which he violated. He spent the money because of the terms of the NDA. He now owes us more than he got. Warrants for him in the U.S. He moved to Canada. Nice. He's a fucking legend, is what you're saying. It's not the same as calling people bad actors. If the shoe fits, the shoe fits. It's like what Mindy did with the whole bad actor thing. People were calling her a bad actor. They were calling her a plant. Another name for a bad actor. What did Mindy do? She came back with a plant. Depends on how you internalize that. If you're a fucking little bitch and you can't fucking internalize, you can't fucking let someone have criticism of you, then that's on you. Someone call me a bad actor, my first question would be like, be more specific. Tell me what the fuck I did that made me such a bad actor. Let's fucking talk about it. True though, Mindy handled that like a boss. No, it's just the same old shit. They're like, even like they go back and forth from being like, oh yeah, the Aftermath Foundation, they help some people. 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 They help this person. They help that person. Don't people see that that's the control that they fucking, that they want? That's why they do it. It's a control thing. It's a PR thing. You've ever seen The Godfather? Vito Corleone. Yeah, no. There was strings attached to it. Ooh, I didn't see that, Gypsy. I've been following the Diddy shit, man. It's not too far. The Scientology's has their slimy fingers in the Diddy shit. Well, and what they're all doing too, Natalie, Aaron, they're all minimizing. They're like, oh yeah, I don't have anything personal with them. I'm not really fighting with them. You know, they got this thing going on. It's like a boxing match is what's going on between the Aftermath Foundation, or a wrestling match, the Aftermath Foundation and the SPTV Foundation. When the cameras are on, they're all like, oh yeah, I'm gonna beat you up. Oh, you're so awful. Da, 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 da. And then when the cameras are off, there's nothing. They're not going after. No one's going after any of them. Aaron declared war against me and the other Henry and the others here. Nora. It's like Tyson versus Jake Paul. Fucking worthless. Fucking worthless. Worthless. Look at the, I think the, uh-oh, the security card's on cone safety. Hold on. Hold on. Oh, I thought they put the cones out for me. I was like, did they really put cones out for me? Not that important. I was going to read you the LA Times thing. All right, let me read you the LA Times thing. Judge troubled by Danny Masterson's attorneys tracking down jurors after rape trial. Attorneys working for Danny Masterson contacted jurors from the actor's rape trial despite a judge's order meant to limit publicity. Publicly available information about their identities drawing alarm from the jurors and Masterson's victims, court records show. In an order made public in September, Los Angeles County Superior Court Judge Charlene Olmedo said she was troubled by the conduct of the attorneys who on multiple occasions contacted jurors at their homes and businesses to interview them as part of Masterson's effort to appeal his 2023 conviction. The former star of the sitcom The 70s Show, Masterson, serving a sentence of 30 years to life in state prison for sexually assaulting 3 fellow members of the Church of Scientology in the early 2000s. One of the actor's lawyers You're like a Timu Jennifer. One of the actor's lawyers, Sean Holly, said 3 jurors had agreed to meet voluntarily. She said nothing harassing or improper. And all 3 jurors volunteered their cell phones' names when contacted. But the judge said she had received complaints from jurors who felt pressured by the defense team, said they were not first advised that they had an absolute right to not discuss the case if they didn't want to do so. Olmedo wrote she was troubled that they were approached at their homes. Court filings show some jurors emailed Olmedo earlier this year saying that they were concerned and believed Masterson's lawyer was supposed to know where they lived, weren't supposed to know where they lived or worked. And so that's super interesting, because if you guys are following the Diddy shit, that's exactly what just happened with Diddy. Diddy's trying to influence jurors. See, but there's difference here, though. This is after the trial, which you do see people interviewing jurors. I think the real question is, how did the defense team know the location of the jurors? That's where the meat is, right? That's how did they know the location of where they were, because the judge sealed it. Last week, prosecutors asked, I'm not saying her name right. Oh, Phil, what up, Spanky? Doing any bearing false witness with your wife today? Maybe later? Loser! You lost in court! Loser! Phil! You're a loser! Hey, boo. Hey, boo, I'm digging you because you make me want to do all the things I was taught I wasn't supposed to. I'm attracted to you with your backflips. That's not the words. Last week, prosecutors asked Almedo to hold a hearing to consider sanctioning Masterson's attorneys. It would mark second round of disciplinary hearings against members of his legal team in 2 years. So basically, when you don't follow the rules or the order of the court, the proper procedure is, instead of fucking complaining about it, you file a request for sanctions, a motion for sanctions. And that is what happens when lawyers do things that they're not supposed to do. Sanctions. The motion named Holley, Holley, her co-counsel, Philip Cohen, and 2 other attorneys working for Masterson, Clifford Gardner, and Eric Malthap. I'm going to add all those to the mind map because I want to look at these lawyers, the Jane Doe lawyers, the Scientology lawyers, and see what type of connections they have to Scientology and Diddy, because of the whole Britney Spears thing and Diddy and them having the same PR firm, and that Britney's father was in charge of the conservatorship. Britney's father is in charge of the conservatorship and is representing Scientology, is the main scuzzy lawyer representing the Church of Scientology. I'm not sure if it's the Church of Scientology or International, which one he's representing. One juror's email attached to Almedo's ruling said a woman who identified herself as a member of Mr. Masterson's habeas team appeared on their lawn on September 15th. The foreperson of that jury that convicted Masterson said Holley, one of the actor's lead defense attorneys, called them at their job last year, 2 months after they returned a guilty verdict, according to the email submitted by court. Almedo wrote that several jurors had been the subject of unwanted contact at their homes or work by members of the defense team. And they had asked her to inquire how the defense team obtained their identifying information. In September order, Almedo forbade the attorneys from directly contacting jurors. Oh, so yeah, I forgot about that. There's a specific order forbidding the attorneys from directly contacting jurors. So what they did was, they went around that. They didn't directly contact them. They did it indirectly. They did it through a third party, which was a private investigator. Technically. Well, and Latin words are used because they're a dead language and the meaning of the words don't change. Holley said she did nothing wrong and is no longer directly involved in Masterson's case. Gardner and Cohen, who also said he is no longer engaged in the case, said that they had not contacted any jurors. Malthap confirmed one of his investigators approached a juror at their home on September 15th and comported herself in complete compliance with the California Code of Civil Procedure. He disputed the idea that juries' identities were meant to be kept secret, arguing Almedo's ruling only hid information contained in the forms that the jurors filled out relating to the jury service. Interesting. I'd actually like to read that actual order and see what's going on there. Under the State Code of Civil Procedure, defendants and their legal teams have the right to discuss a verdict with a juror, provided the juror consents to the conversation and the discussion happens at a reasonable time and place. Malthap said his investigators simply located the juror through routine research and contacted them prior to the term of Almedo's order taking effect on September 17th. In short, up until September 17th, it was fine for defense representatives to contact jurors directly, subject to the requirements of reasonable time and place, he said. Broad daylight is eminently reasonable. Holly said she's spoken with 3 jurors, including the 4 persons since trial. I made it clear to all 3 jurors with whom I spoke and ultimately met that they were under no obligation to speak with me or to meet with me, and that all were more than willing to do so. I met all 3 of them separately at times and places where were convenient for them, and I was cordial and respectful of their time and boundaries. Holly said in an email to the Times, I feel confident that none of the 3 jurors with whom I spoke reported our interaction to Judge Olmedo as harassing or improper. Holly said she was able to figure out with some of the jurors' work based on information they provided in open court during jury selection, details that would not have been covered by Olmedo's sealing order. Masterson's case has been marked by repeated allegations of attorney misconduct and outside interference. Last June, Olmedo sanctioned 2 of the Masterson's former lawyers, Thomas Murcia and Sharon Applebaum, for improperly sharing discovery from the trial with the Church of Scientology. News of the sharing of materials, which included private conversations between Masterson's victims and the police, as well as the victims' home addresses, drew panic from the women at the center of the case, who had accused the church of a years-long campaign of harassment in a civil suit. The church has denied any wrongdoing in the case. Earlier this year, the Times reported on allegations the church attempted to derail the case against Masterson by harassing law enforcement officers involved in the criminal trial. A break-in was reported at the home of the lead prosecutor, Deputy District Attorney Reinhold Mueller, who also claimed he was harassed and nearly run off the road in the lead up to the trial, according to a civil lawsuit. Police reports and a video reviewed by the Times. Los Angeles police detectives assigned to the case also claimed that they'd been followed and harassed by church agents, according to a 2023 interview with former LAPD Chief Michael Moore. Let me say that again. Los Angeles police detectives assigned to the case also claimed that they'd been followed and harassed by church agents, according to a 2023 interview with former LAPD Chief Michael Moore. But an LAPD investigation failed to substantiate those claims, Moore said at the time. I'd be curious of who did I want to know who those police officers were. The church has said that there's 0 evidence to support such claims and previously accused law enforcement of having a bias against the religion. Neither Olmedo's order nor the prosecution motion mentioned the church in relation to the incidents with the jurors. In a statement issued Wednesday, the church denied any wrongdoing. There is not a scintilla of evidence supporting the scandalous allegations that the church harassed the accusers. Every single instance of supposed harassment by the church is false. Spokesman Karen Powell. All right, who is this? I've never heard of Karen Powell. See it, Karinpouw. We have information from the DA's office, the city attorney's office, and the LAPD confirming that the church was not investigated or even a suspect with respect to any of the incidents alleged by the accusers. Okay, so here the church, they're literally saying it in this thing. Karen says that we have information from the DA's office, the city's attorney's office, and the LAPD confirming that the church was not investigated or even a suspect with respect to any incidents alleged by the accusers. So you have incidences where police officers are accusing the Church of Scientology, agents of the Church of Scientology, of following them, but they never investigated or even suspected the Church of Scientology of being a suspect. Doesn't that sound fucking off? That's okay. There's your first fucking issue. There's your first issue. It wasn't even investigated. John Kershaw, an attorney representing Masterson's victim, said the woman was gravely concerned to learn of the Masterson's legal team's unwanted attempts to contact jurors at their home. Director of Public Affairs. All right. Karen Powell, American spokeswoman. All right, so Karen. Was that the Karen lady? POUW. So Karen is what again? She's the head PR? No. What's her position? Spokesman? OSA Director of Public Affairs. She's OSA? OSA Director of Public So we do have an OSA thing here. Where is it?
Hey, you in there, brother?
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, dude? What's going on today?
Oh, nothing. I'm just leaving.
Oh, thank you, citizen.
Yep. And
Anything going on today, brother, or no?
no, I'm waiting for the Christmas thing. You know what do we got here? What are we going to ask you?
No.
Do I have to ask a question?
Ask me a question.
Yeah, serial number.
Oh, 40996.
40012.
All right, guys. You have a great day.
You gotta have memorized my
Yeah,
number.
I know. I can't keep up with all the parking meter maids.
No, you're good.
Oh, I'm not happy you were involved with those two little girls, man.
That one hit my soul, Scotty.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm working on.
Hey, take it easy, bro.
Bye. Kids. Look up SPTV, guys. Look up SPTV. People aren't telling the truth. Jennifer, man, your ex-husband Louis Repetto. Any comment on all the dick pictures he's sending out? Any comment on all the dick pictures about your ex-husband Louis Repetto? Jennifer, any comment about all those dick pics? Oh, the tent is down. Oh, the tent is gone. Damn. Should I take you guys over to the Winter Wonderland? Winter Wonderland? I'm gonna stop by my storage and get, or not storage, but stop by I gotta stop by my mailbox. Yep. I was just working on my mind map. So this is Vermont. I was just on Sunset. Yeah, porn stash cop is there a lot. He was involved with the parking. I need someone to go through. I think Sue said she had it. We got all the events. We're gonna put all the events on the mind map. Oh, I forgot to put Denver up north, or Scientology up north for that stuff. Over here. Let's see. Scientology. Oh. You don't honk at me, fucker. You don't know who you're messing with. Yeah. The billboard incident. Oh yeah, we do need that. This is all the court cases this year. All the arrests. I'm gonna get every single court case number. I'm gonna get everyone's court case in there. Whatever paperwork is in that court case will be on that thing. We're killing it with FOIA requests. I think in the blue we got notes. So amazing what's happening here. We'll get calls to service, putting together all the incidences. Yeah, it's a misdemeanor. It's a misdemeanor. She's facing 60 days. She's facing 180 days in jail. That's what she's fit. That's what she is facing. That's at the maximum. That's maximum. I saw that she had 40,000 views on her live yesterday. I think it's amazing. I think we're a part of something huge here. And we each all have our own little thing that we're contributing. Actual activism too. They provided case number. Did you get an email from Rotting Jewels about access? I did not get an email from Rotting Jewels. No. I got one before about Solomon, but not that one. Not about that incident. How long is Winter Wonderland? Is it like a week? Is it like a long time? It runs all month? You asshole. You're parking 2 fucking spots. Dick. Spot right there. Parking stops are so fucking dumb. I came in January, about January 10th. I perceive rain. right. Got my fuses in. Breakers for the box. They're like $18 a piece, man. No, just breakers. Specific RV breakers. Kind of an interesting input onto the bus, the bar. Bus bar, part of the electrical box for the panel, the AC panel on the RV here. We're supposed to call the cops. You got a box of those old breakers. They are not fucking cheap. Like, damn! Nickel and diming me to death. See, I think this is so stupid. Like, they got the bike lane on the inside, but like every car opening now opens into traffic. Every car now opens up in the traffic. And opens up into the bike lane. It's stupid. No, I'm good. I just needed two breakers. I got them now. No, I gotta go get 2 tires yet. Hasn't happened.
Your health is your biggest asset. Find Anthem Blue Cross plan starting at $0.
So, as we know, Texas attorney Tony Busby has been sued, and that has really not stopped him or slowed him down. He has filed 5 more lawsuits yesterday in the Southern District of New York. Yep. So here's his Instagram post from last night. He says, the Busby Law Firm, along with co-counsel ABA Law Group and New York counsel Curis Law, is filing 5 more cases today alleging aggravated S abuse and S exploitation against Diddy and those entities with whom he has been affiliated. Those entities with whom he has been affiliated. So not the ones he owns, the ones with whom he has been affiliated. But that could be anything, right? It could be a club in Manhattan. We don't know. But Busby does give us a little bit of a clue, a little bit of a hint. In the Instagram post, he goes on. Several other individuals are referenced in the case filings, but are not, at this time, formally named as defendants. The cases are being brought for conduct that occurred as far back as the year 2001. The egregious conduct set out in the lawsuits occurred in New York and Miami, Florida. 3 of the alleged victims in the cases were male, 2 are female. We will let the allegations in the filed complaints speak for themselves and will work to see that justice is done. We expect to be filing cases weekly. Tony Busby said, naming Mr. Combs and others as defendants as we continue to gather evidence and prepare the filings. So I went ahead and downloaded all those filings, and I want to give y'all a brief overview of what is being alleged in these cases. The reason for this is obviously there's a lot of legal activity going on here. I'll show y'all my absolutely incomplete spreadsheet. I started the spreadsheet only after I was like in way too deep into the lawsuits. So this is what we have so far. And this is just a few of the Busby ones. And then right here, as you can see, the columns with the 19, the 11, 19 right here. Those are the new ones. So we'll get into those right now. So I'll do these in the order that they were filed. Starting with a woman alleging to be a victim of Diddy. Now, this is another Jane Doe type of lawsuit, but she claims that at the time of the incident that she alleges that she was 18 years old. So Jane Doe, 18 years old at the time.
This is the Church of Scientology, isn't it?
This happened outside of a nightclub in New York City at a Halloween
They got it all boarded
party.
up.
So this Halloween party going on inside. She's at the Club Manhattan, and this alleged incident allegedly occurred outside. And who's alleging it? This woman. Okay. In 2001, she was 18 years old. Her and her cousin attended a Halloween party outside of the New Yorker in Manhattan. Diddy and his entourage were also at the party. During the party, one of Diddy's security guards escorted plaintiff and two friends to a large black SUV limousine parked within walking distance of the club. Okay, so she gets invited with her cousin outside the pub. 2001, she was 18 years old. Her and her cousin attended a Halloween party outside of the New Yorker in Manhattan. Diddy and his entourage were also at the party. During the party, one of Diddy's security guards escorted plaintiff and two friends to a large black SUV limousine parked within walking distance of the club. Okay, so she gets invited with her cousin outside the party to outside, and then they walk up to this limousine. They entered the vehicle and they see Diddy sitting in the back. At least 6 members of his security team were also there. One of the men handed plaintiff a drink. Minutes later, she began to feel dizzy, disoriented, intoxicated. She felt as though she was unable to control her actions. This sounds familiar to the other BuzzFeed allegations that have been being made. She felt as though she was unable to control her own actions. She believes that the drink was laced. Diddy ordered her to perform an act on one of the security guards. In turn, the security guard orders this 18-year-old woman to remove her shirt. This is the allegation in the lawsuit I'm reading. The guard fondled plaintiff's body and forced her head down onto his body. Y'all can read it. I mean, I'm trying to follow all the guidelines here, okay? Diddy then ordered plaintiff and the other 2 women to take turns doing certain acts on other men in the limo. Drugged, scared, and confined among numerous men, she did exactly as she was ordered. Now, she says Diddy called these women profanities as he degradingly sprayed champagne all over them as they performed these acts against their wills. Ultimately, Diddy forced plaintiff to perform an act on him too, okay? She's saying they were ordered to take turns on all these other men, and eventually, ultimately, then she was ordered to do so onto Diddy as well. After that, Diddy and his security staff allowed her and the other women to leave. She struggled to exit the vehicle and suffered from a splitting headache as she made her way back to the VIP section of the nightclub. And then she subsequently passed out in the nightclub. When she woke up the following morning, she was at a friend's house without any recollection of how she arrived there. Okay, so that is the first of the 5 lawsuits that BuzzFeed did file. Let's move to the next one. This is a John Doe versus Diddy. This one happened in Miami. So the last one was at the Club Manhattan in New York, outside the club. So the last one was from 2001. This one's from 2022. Okay. In 2022, plaintiff, this is a John Doe, mingled and spent time with associates of Diddy's businesses, at a popular Miami nightclub. This plaintiff importantly claims he did not consume alcohol at the nightclub. After spending some time with these people who were associates of Diddy's business, one of the associates of Diddy invited plaintiff, the person suing, to an after-hours event being hosted by Diddy at a home. So it's at someone's home in Miami. These business associates escorted plaintiff. Now I wonder who these business associates are. I mean, is it like high ups? Is that why Tony Busby is being now sued for extortion? Diddy's business associates escorted this plaintiff to a black SUV, which drove plaintiff and another female to the party. Okay, but this was supposedly a man. After arriving, plaintiff entered the residence and joined the other party goers. So he goes inside the house, inside the party, and he sees like 40 to 50 people, many of whom were, quote, recognizable public figures. While mingling and making small talk with others, an associate of Diddy approached plaintiff, indicating Diddy wanted to meet with him. This associate at the party then took the guy upstairs where Diddy greeted him with a drink. Now remember, he claims he did not drink at the nightclub. Now he's at an after party. He was invited there by Diddy's business associates, and now that's where he's finally offered a drink. Diddy gave him the drink, is what he's claiming. And he offered him a tour of the house. Plaintiff obliged and began following Combs around the home. So he starts getting a house tour. He's drinking his drink that Diddy gave him. The tour came to an end in a bedroom. The bedroom smelled strongly of a certain substance. I don't know if I can say that word on here. I mean, I can, but there, read it. 5 other individuals, 3 men and 2 women were in the room. And then on top of that, it was Diddy, and this plaintiff. So Diddy was in there and the plaintiff was in there. There's 5 other people in there, 3 men, 2 women. As this guy that's suing and Diddy entered into the room, Combs demanded the women perform dances and acts on the other 3 men. So remember, it's 2 women, 3 men, and then Diddy walks in, busts up in the room, and he's like, oh, 2 women, you start doing stuff to these 3 men. Around this time, plaintiff felt suddenly weak and disoriented, unlike anything he had ever experienced with alcohol before. His condition worsened, he began to fall in and out of consciousness, and that's when he knew, according to this allegation, that he had been rugged. Plaintiff, that's the guy suing, soon lost consciousness entirely. At some point later, he woke to a sharp pain in his areas that are supposed to be private. As he regained some awareness, he noticed his clothes were missing, but yet he had no memory of removing them or where they were. As he turned around to check the pain coming from his backside, he saw Diddy naked, fully ready to go, and trying to insert his parts into this man's parts. And he's in pain while it's going on, he said. This man says he heard Diddy, quote, talk dirty to him and the others in the bedroom. And this man says he does recall Diddy telling him, quote, this is what you want, all while wearing a disturbing smile. So he's smiling and saying, this is what you want, trying to force himself onto/into this man. And he's smiling disturbingly, like the Joker he freaking is. All roads leads to clowns. So the man says the substances prevented him from fighting back or otherwise resisting Diddy. And he eventually did pass out again. He went back into unconsciousness. He woke up the next morning in the same bedroom alone. Almost immediately, as if someone could see inside of the room through a camera or other device, a member of Diddy's security team entered, handed the man his clothes, and instructed him to get dressed and prepare to leave the house. Diddy's associates and security team escorted him off the residence. They drove him back to the Miami nightclub and dropped him off the next day, during the day. And then it says, since that night, he has obviously suffered, okay? So that was the second one, a John Doe house party that he was invited to by Diddy's associates. The third lawsuit that was just filed yesterday by Tony Busby is another John Doe. This occurred in a residence in New York City. Now, this particular plaintiff claims that they were 39 years old when this happened, and this happened also in 2022. Okay, so this is the third one we're looking at. The first one was from 2001. The second was from 2022. That was in Miami. Now we're in New York in 2022 with another John Doe. So this man claims that in 2022, 2 years ago, he was 39 years old. He attended a party hosted by Diddy in a large, glamorous home in New York. He attended the party with friends and started off the evening socializing with other guests. So he goes to a party, 2022, he's 39 years old, and he goes there and he's talking to his friends. During the course of the night, he consumed alcohol that had been provided to him by other people at the party. So he drank alcohol at the party. After he drinks the drink, he starts feeling disoriented and begins to lose consciousness, and it's pretty much the same paragraph from the previous 2 lawsuits we just read. He's in and out. He thinks he got rugged. Shortly after having a drink, he blacked out. He regained consciousness in a dark bedroom with black walls and a bed with black sheets. Everything around him was dark. Plaintiff was horrified to find Diddy on top of him, whatting him. Okay, so this sounds the same thing that the other guy from Miami. The other guy is alleging happened the exact same year in Miami. So this is a little bit different of a story than we're used to seeing and hearing. This says plaintiff in a state of shock and confusion, quote, forcefully fought Diddy off and fled the room, making his way to a nearby bathroom. See, a lot of people say they try to fight, but they lose consciousness, or they didn't fight because they were surrounded by security guards and they were scared. But this guy said he forcefully fought Diddy off and ran. And he discovered that he was bleeding and he was feeling very disoriented. Despite still being in a dazed and disoriented state, he left the house, trying to escape as quickly as possible. He did not return to the party after the assault. He was traumatized by the assault. So again, the guy comes to, from being passed out And Diddy, he alleges, Diddy is also assaulting him. He went to the bathroom, he noticed he was bleeding, and now he wants to sue. Okay, so now let's move on to the fourth of the 5 lawsuits that were filed yesterday by Attorney Busby and his law firm. This is another John Doe. This is the one, y'all, I just want to let y'all know this one is a little, and it started off the evening socializing with guests. So he goes to a party, 2022, he's 39 years old, he goes there and he's talking to attendant, a party host. It happened, and this happened.
Take a look real quick. That was Jessica. They got you working your ass off over here too, huh? You're only getting paid $50? $50 a week for that? 70 hours a week you're working? At least these guys are getting paid more than that. Es una secta. Es una secta. Chomos. Chomos. I had some bikers laughing. They read this earlier. Nightshades, man. The nightshade family of plants is, you talking about psychedelics? Nightshades are cool because they bloom at night by the moonlight. Or I'm not sure if it's actually the moonlight or just by the moon or just by the nighttime. They bloom at night. But some of the hallucinative drugs in the nightshade category are fucking like insane, like where you could take it once and forever be fucked up, and literally you start seeing you have visions. Not that I haven't done any research or anything on any of that stuff, obviously. I'm gonna sit here forever. I'm gonna sit here for a little bit, just because I can. You should have a pass by the rough Walk of Fame Center. Starts at Walk of Fame, rough Mochillo. I think I just went by it. That's what's happening. Who is it? Passed by the rough Marco. Mochillo, rough Mochillo. Oh, is that where Jessica was going? Oh, the Karate Kid. Solomon has court tomorrow, yes. Under the moon. Well, drugs, LSD, mushrooms, all that. Just like you could have good and bad days. You could start and wake up, and one thing could put you in a bad mood. Drugs are the same way. Whether it's marijuana, alcohol, acid, mushrooms, any type of hallucinogens. It doesn't, you catch a bad vibe or you catch a bad feeling from somebody or something, and it can make the day bad. Oh, yeah. Cardi Apartments?
Also in 2022. Okay, so this is the third one we're looking at. The first one was from 2001. The second was from 2022. That was in Miami. Now we're in New York in 2022 with another John Joe. So this man claims that in 2022, 2 years ago, he was 39 years old. He attended a party hosted by Diddy in a large, glamorous home in New York. He attended the party with friends and started off the evening socializing with other guests. So he goes to a party, 2020. He's 39 years old, and he goes there and he's talking to his friends. During the course of the night, he consumed alcohol that had been provided to him by other people at the party. So he drank alcohol at the party. After he drinks the drink, he starts feeling disoriented and begins to lose consciousness, and it's pretty much the same paragraph from the previous 2 lawsuits we just read. He's in and out. He thinks he got drugged. Shortly after having a drink, he blacked out. He regained consciousness in a dark bedroom with black walls and a bed with black sheets. Everything around him was dark. Plaintiff was horrified to find Diddy on top of him, you-know-whatting him. Okay, so this sounds the same thing that the other guy from Miami. The other guy is alleging happened the exact same year in Miami. So this is a little bit different of a story than we're used to seeing and hearing. This says plaintiff in a state of shock and confusion, quote, forcefully fought Diddy off and fled the room, making his way to a nearby bathroom. See, a lot of people say they try to fight, but they lose consciousness, or they didn't fight because they were surrounded by security guards and they were scared. But this guy said he forcefully fought Diddy off and ran. And he discovered that he was bleeding and he was feeling very disoriented. Despite still being in a dazed and disoriented state, he left the house, trying to escape as quickly as possible. He did not return to the party after the assault. He was traumatized by the assault. So again, the guy comes to, from being passed out, and Diddy, he alleges, Diddy is on top of him, assaulting him. He went to the bathroom, he noticed he was bleeding, and now he wants to sue. Okay, so now let's move on to the 4th of the 5 lawsuits that were filed yesterday by Tony Busby and his law firm. This is another John Doe. This is the one, y'all, I just want to let y'all know this one is a little bit, I know we're used to seeing this stuff, but even for what we're used to, this one's pretty rough, just letting you know. So this is another John Doe. This is the 4th of 5th. Okay. So here are the factual allegations. In the late 90s and early 2000s, this plaintiff was an actor, okay? Regularly traveling across the United States for auditions and roles on stage and screen. So this is an actor. After finding out about a role playing a police officer in a music video, this person exchanged phone calls with a female casting director in New York. In October 2001, he traveled to Manhattan to meet with her. So now we're back in 2001. Now, I think that probably Tony Busby decided to file these like this on purpose, because if you look at it, let me show y'all, it's probably easier to see it if I show y'all that.
Scientology's a cult! Say no to Diddy shit! Scientology's a cult! Scientology's a cult! No more Diddy shit! No more Diddy shit! There we go. I dropped by the Star Karate Kid Star donation thing ceremony. I amuse myself, sorry. If it wasn't for myself, I wouldn't be entertained. I have a microphone.
Music video. Casting director in New York. In October 2001, he traveled to Manhattan to meet with her. So now we're back in 2001. Now, I think that probably Tony Busby decided to file these like this on purpose, because it's probably easier to see it if I show y'all the Excel sheet. So what we're looking at here are these 5 right here. So if you look closely, 2 of these happened in October 2001, and 2 of them happened in 2022. You see what I mean? There's Jane Doe and John Doe both in October 2001. Jane Doe, the first one we read is from today, is the 2001 Halloween party. That was in New York, October 2001. Then you have 2001 again, and then you have 2 of them that happen in 2022. And then there's one rogue one that happens in 2004 that we'll get to. Okay, so it says, excited for his big break into music videos, plaintiff booked a room at the Hotel Newton on Manhattan's Upper West Side. So this is New York. Let me open my list over here. So he's going on an audition. I mean, it's kind of giving Abercrombie casting director. It's kind of giving that, right? He's excited to break into music. He found out about a role playing a police officer in a music video. He's talking to this female casting director in New York. So then he travels to meet with her, the casting director. He's excited for his big break in the music videos, and he booked a hotel room at the Hotel Newton. He arrives in New York City the night before, and the next day around 2 p.m., he reported to a hotel along the south side of Central Park. And okay, so he goes to a hotel to meet this casting director. Okay, he checked in with reception, who directed him, the reception desk. The receptionist directed him to go to a suite near the top of the hotel. So the guy says, this John Doe says he was met there by the casting director, the woman he had been talking to, and a muscular, middle-aged African-American man. Remember, this is back in 2001. This man indicated he worked for Diddy, and he appeared to be Diddy's assistant or bodyguard. He recalls approximately a dozen others in the room as well. So there's like 12 other people in this room. Like, he thinks he's going to meet with a casting director for a music video. He wants to play a cop in a music video. The bodyguard tells this guy to make himself comfortable on the couch, and he began asking questions, his background, and his fitness routines. Shortly after that, Diddy arrived and introduced himself. The bodyguard that this plaintiff had been talking to informed Diddy that this was the, quote, white guy for the cop role. Interesting. Diddy then began asking more questions about this man's experience, his lifestyle. He asked him if he was in New York with anyone else, if he had any friends here. The guy made the fatal mistake of saying no to both questions and indicated that he was just only here for the audition. Diddy told him to stand up and take his shirt off. While the plaintiff was standing there, Diddy asked him if he was comfortable with potentially doing nude scenes. And then Diddy asked him to turn around. While he was turning around, Diddy said, quote, "He'll do." And again, I'm just reading these allegations. I wasn't there. This was 2001 in October. I was literally 11 and in Louisiana. Diddy then told plaintiff he could sit back down. Okay, so this guy is thinking he's going to meet with a casting director, but really he ends up meeting with the casting director and Diddy and the bodyguard and some 12 other people or whatever. And he's told to take his shirt off during this audition. And this is, I think, the same year Making the Band came out also, by the way. Diddy comes in, he's auditioning this guy. He's like, "Are you here alone? Are you in New York alone? Do you have any family here? Do you have, what else is going on over here? Oh no, you just came for this? Oh cool, take your shirt off, turn around, let me look at you." The guy's turning around and then Diddy's like, "Oh, he'll do." Once this guy sat back down, the casting director offered him an alcoholic drink.
Great. The new GoDaddy Arrow has AI marketing tools to help small businesses easily reach thousands of customers. It writes sweet social ads and email marketing. It even analyzes the results to boost business.
I pay for YouTube Premium, but I'm on my Lore of D.o.A. one.
We all experience it at some point. It's so important to me that I've actually been working on it in therapy. In fact, with the help,
which he declined. So we have another person saying that they declined the alcohol. Then the casting director, this is the woman, offered him a Diet Coke in a glass, which he drank, but noted that it tasted strange. At that point, he realized the casting director was the only female in the room. The conversation continued regarding the music video and the shooting schedule. He said, but as time passed, he began to feel dizzy and nauseated. Nauseous is a descriptor of like a smell or something that has the property of making you nauseous. Nauseated is the feeling that one experiences. I had to pay tuition to learn that, and y'all just got it for free. Okay, so this guy says he's dizzy, he's nauseated, and he asks to use the bathroom. And every time we end up in a bathroom, I just go back to that little rod suit and G, who no one ever saw again. After there was like a shot in the bathroom. What were they trying to do in that bathroom? I don't know. I just keep thinking that every time I see the bathroom. So this guy's like dizzy, nauseated. He's like, "Get back to the bathroom." He felt like he was gonna pass out, and then he did pass out. So based on information I believe, he believes he was rugged. Okay, it's not gonna get rough after this, just letting y'all know. He alleges, according to what we're reading on the screen right now, this lawsuit filed yesterday, he claims he came to in a twilight state, still dizzy and nauseated, but semi-conscious and disoriented. As he tried to get his bearings, he realized he was laying face down. across a large ottoman with his head and arms hanging off one side and the lower half of his body hanging off the other. His pants were pulled down to his ankles and his shirt was up over his head.
Well, good. That's what it's supposed to be.
He claims.
It's a cult.
His vision was blurry, but he recognized Diddy's chest tattoo and the large gold chain with a jeweled cross.
Hold on. That was a city of LA.
His pants were pulled down to his ankles and his shirt was up over his head. He claims. His vision was blurry, but he recognized Diddy's chest tattoo and the large gold chain with a jeweled cross on it that Diddy wore during the interview. So it says this guy also tried to fight Diddy off, but felt dizzy and sick when he tried to move. Additionally, Diddy's bodyguard was holding him down by the arms. Diddy recalls hearing a few other people in the room laughing and talking. The man says he recalls hearing other people in the room. They were laughing and talking. And in this part, y'all, he said he saw what appeared to be camera flashes going off. But he couldn't see anything directly at this point. So remember, all the way 2 pages ago of this journey, he thought he was doing a music video shoot. He thought he was going to be playing the cop, the white guy for the cop role. What is this? Are they making corn? What are they doing? He didn't even drink, this guy. He drank Diet Coke. Okay, y'all. The pants were down to the ankles. The shirt was over the head. And this man said he felt a great deal of pain and realized as he looked back, he was being bleep assaulted by Diddy. His vision was blurry, but he recognized the tattoo. The bodyguard was holding him down by the arms. Other people were in the room talking and laughing, and there were camera flashes going off. When Diddy was finished, he and the bodyguard stood up, and the bodyguard started wrapping himself, to engage in the activities as well. The plaintiff says he tried to get up and move, but immediately felt another wave of dizziness and nausea. He could not support his own weight when he tried to stand, and he passed out again. When he came to, he was being held in a kneeling position by a Caucasian man who was sitting in front of him on the couch and orally assaulting him. This part is so crazy, y'all. The man said he tasted metal and believes some sort of device was holding his mouth open because he tried to bite down, but he couldn't. He tried to close his mouth and he couldn't. And he tasted metal. Later, he discovered that he had a broken molar requiring repair in a partial denture. The man who was assaulting him, the Caucasian man, verbally humiliated this man while assaulting him, referring to him as derogatory words. And he said, "You like what's happening." Plaintiff recalls the brutality with which this man forced himself into the plaintiff's mouth and throat, and plaintiff passed out again from lack of oxygen. The next time the man came to, he was on the floor and completely naked. So first time he came to, he's over the side of the ottoman, pants down, shirt up. Diddy is assaulting him. Comes to again. Then he's being assaulted on the floor, and this man on the couch is doing it to him, telling him he likes it and calling him all kind of names. And then the next time he comes to, no clothes on, completely naked, and he was more coherent at this point. He could clearly see the others in the room were now engaging in various acts themselves, drinking or smoking. Diddy and the bodyguard remained, but plaintiff no longer saw that casting director. He got casted all right. And this sounds like the Abercrombie allegations. I made a video on that. Y'all should go check it out. Embarrassed and violated, this man tried to cover himself up and started looking for his clothes. Once he found his pants, his shirt, his shoes, he ran for the door without his underwear and also without one of his prized possessions, a commemorative leather jacket he got from working as a stuntman on the film RoboCop. Okay, so he left one of his prized possessions at Diddy's house, and it is a leather jacket, and he got it from working on the set of RoboCop. So that's a clue about who this man could be. He was an extra.
Well, my question is, I bet you a lot of these people, I bet you there's a lot of reports to LAPD. I'd like to know the officers involved with the reports about abuse of Diddy here in LA.
Downstairs and managed to make it to the sidewalk before breaking down. It was near dusk at this point. A doorman asked him if he was all right, and he responded he just needed to get back to his hotel. The doorman helped him get a cab, and he returned to his room at the hotel, where he was throwing up and crying all night, replaying the trauma of what had just happened. He feared that others would not believe him, or the perpetrators would retaliate if he ever told anyone, and he changed his return flight to the next morning because he wanted to GT out of there. Once back home, he tried to put the event out of his mind. He was reminded of it. Okay, this part is bad, y'all. This part's really bad. Woo! Y'all can read it if you want to, because I'm certainly not going to be able to read the whole thing like out in words. But once back at his house, right? So he flew home. He's going back home. Once back home, he flew back home. He's back home. This is sick. He tried to put the event out of his mind, but was reminded of it when he painfully eliminated a used wrapper and realized he was still bleeding. The bleeding did not stop for a couple of days. That's when he visited a local clinic, and then a proctologist repaired his body with a laser procedure.
Oh my God.
He must have had a fissure. Like they had to do a quasi-surgical procedure on the man after he eliminated a used wrapper. On top of that, y'all, he had to purchase 2 false teeth to replace the 2 that were cracked as a result of this incident. This guy also describes himself as all-American guy, yet acknowledges that not a day goes by without thoughts of the traumatic incident. This guy had physical injuries that he required medical intervention like surgery. Like he had to have fake teeth put in his mouth because of something holding his mouth open while he was they were making him do whatever. And then he also had to have his body lasered back together.
I just got paid $60,000 for my car crash from using this app on my phone. And I don't know if you can see this, but it's called the Case Connect Compensation Calculator right here. And it's for $60,000 and I'm about to go cash it.
For those of you that don't know what Case Connect is, it's one of the largest settlement payout companies in the world. They developed this app that has helped over 140,000 people get paid huge checks after their car accidents. The app asks you 4 simple questions, then compares your car accident to millions of other accidents. Then it can tell you instantly if you qualify for a huge check like I got here. The first time I learned about this was 3 years ago from Angelo. So Angelo was in a bad car accident, lost his car, lost everything, and the insurance companies weren't trying to give him a cent. Angelo shared this video that went viral of him using the Case Connect app and getting a $120,000 check for his car accident in only 3 months. Unfortunately, I was actually in a car accident. I was stopped at a red light and some distracted driver crashed into the back of my car. I hurt my back, totaled my car, and to top it all off, I had lost my job since I had no way to get to work. Luckily, I saw Angelo's video and I said, I should try that. So I clicked the link to the app he used, and within a few seconds, it told me my accident qualified for a huge check. Fast forward to 60 days, and here I am. I was able to replace the income from my job, pay off all my bills, and I got a new car. So I shared the app on my page with a video like this, and Tyler. He's my friend who got in an accident, and he got $183K with the same app. So the best part about all of this is that it is so beginner friendly, and I want to show you how easy it is. So you click the link I put in this video, go ahead and click it now. You answer 4 simple questions, and within seconds, it tells you if you qualify for a huge check. Then it can connect you with a Case Connect specialist who can get the money for you for free. That's what I did. And honestly, just a few years ago, I knew nothing about car accidents and what to do. I didn't know how easy it is to use the Case Connect app to get a major payday and get my life back on track. I probably would have called a random attorney, and we all know that they're just out there to screw you over and take your money. So I'm so glad that I saw Angela's video. And Tina, she knows nothing either and is terrible with technology and got paid $240K.
Hey, if you feel suspicious about a schoolmate, coworker, neighbor, relative, or even your lover, you need to watch.
Sick. So let's get to the final lawsuit filed yesterday in court by Busby. This one is a Jane Doe. And this one comes on another holiday celebration, right? We had a Halloween celebration with the first 18-year-old Jane Doe, who was 18 at the time. Obviously, she's not 18 now. And now we have another holiday. We had Halloween, now we have 4th of July. On or around July 4th, 2004, plaintiff, a 17-year-old model at the time, attended a modeling gig in Manhattan. Afterwards, she was approached by 2 men in a dark SUV. The men gave her a flyer for a party that was happening later in the evening. She decided she would go, and she dialed the number on the flyer. Shortly after, a car picked her and a friend up and brought them to the party. Okay, so she's approached on the streets. She's in New York for a modeling gig. She's a model. After the event, she's approached by these 2 men. They have flyers for a party, and her friend decide to go. They get picked up and brought to the party. Party turned out to be one of Diddy's infamous 4th of July parties at his estate in the Hamptons. I think the 4th of July white party in the Hamptons is the one that Adria English is suing over. Combs Hamptons parties regularly attracted A-list celebrities from across the entertainment, fashion, and business worlds. This one was no different, so there's a bunch of famous people there. It was an atmosphere of opulence and luxury, full of celebrities. When she arrived, so this 17-year-old model and her friend arrives, the staff at the front door required her to hand over her purse and her cell phone. So she had to give her cell phone over and her purse. And I mean, it's 2004, she got a cell phone. You go, girl. She says she noticed numerous celebrities were in attendance, and there were servers who were circulating through the rooms with trays of drinks. She took a drink and she had one. So underage drinking, she's only 17. She believes she was drugged. She grew increasingly disoriented, searched for a place to sit, stumbled into a couch, and promptly lost consciousness. When she awoke, her underwear was missing, and she felt throbbing pains in her downstairs. At this point, she was alone. She could not find the friend who had accompanied her to the party. In a state of panic, she began to hyperventilate and cry. Combs and 2 of his bodyguards approached her and threatened her. He told her that she would be in danger if she spoke about what had happened, stating that he, quote, ran New York and would ruin her. At this point, she recognized that at least Diddy had SA'd her while she was unconscious, and she feared for her life. She was coerced into agreeing not to contact the police in exchange for the return of her purse and phone. She agreed out of fear of what would happen if she didn't. The security team escorted her out of Diddy's estate into a car, dropped her off back at the hotel. She was taken to the hotel alone, and she did not see her friend again for several days. 2 days. Out of fear of retaliation, she did not file a police report or seek medical attention. In the aftermath, she experiences and continues to experience intense emotional pain, mental health, etc. So that concludes the rundown of the 5 lawsuits that were filed yesterday, November 19th, 2024 by Tony Busby. He's getting sued, and he's also saying that there's going to be more lawsuits coming, quote, weekly. So I guess we're going to have to be doing a weekly Busby buzz down or whatever. That's all I really have for today. In the meantime, facts ain't defamation, and everybody is innocent until
question. What did he get for asking questions?
No, he's done.
He's going to go for something else.
No. He's done.
He's done.
is your biggest asset. Find Anthem Blue Cross plan starting at $0.
Former members and to be disloyal or hostile. At the same time, it appears that he is charismatic and highly capable of motivating, organizing, controlling, manipulating, and inspiring his adherents. He has been referred to during the trial as a genius, a revered person, a man who was viewed by his followers in awe. Obviously, he is and has been a very complex person, and that complexity is further reflected in his alter ego, the Church of Scientology. Judge Paul G. Breckenridge, October 1984. End quote. To be correct, it was June 1984 when the judge signed his decision. I would cite it as Judge Paul G. Breckenridge, Jr., June 1984, in Church of Scientology of California and Mary Sue Hubbard versus Gerald Armstrong, Los Angeles, California Superior Court, number C-420153. For most purposes, I would shorten the citation to Scientology v. Armstrong or Armstrong 1. There's also a typo in your quote. You say, it appears that he's charismatic. It should be, it appears that he is charismatic. I'll include here an image of the document to confirm this. I believe that you have stated that you knew virtually nothing about the criminal conspiracy until after you were an ex-Scientologist and had read or heard about it from knowledgeable persons. That is, not from Scientologists, but from persons of the long list. Yet the criminal conspiracy went on, and good persons who were not members of your religion or cult were criminally fair game through all the years you were a member. Mr. Rathbun knew that whole time he was running a criminal conspiracy because he was an insider. He withheld that from you, lied about what he and his co-conspirators were doing, lied about the good people they were fair gaming, kept you ignorant, kept you contributing, as you see elsewhere, your 27 years dedicated nose to the grindstone work. You were a SEAL member, so you were inside the SEAL. You were a Scientologist, so you were inside Scientology. With that standard for insider, anyone who has ever added to a religion's stats, for example, a body in the shop or a name to central files, would be an insider. No matter what such a person wrote about Scientology, it would be an insider's guide. I also have to reject the idea that you are representing your book as a guide or primer for an insider. You see this concept in, for example, the Murder's Guide to Red Nests, which is intended for murderers, or in all the Idiot's Guides, which are written for idiots. You have not written something here for Mr. Rathbun, Mr. Miscavige, or other actual insiders. The book is not meant to be instructive or a guide for them. You write in chapter 14, Scientology's most powerful lie, quote, it's not overstating the case to say Scientology is a house of lies, built on one careful deception after another. Through this ongoing practice of duplicity, L. Ron Hubbard and his successor, David Miscavige, have been able to keep Scientology going all this time. The organization indoctrinates its members into an end justifies the means philosophy where anything is acceptable so long as it forwards Scientology's existence. What none of those members realize is by buying into this, they are actually contributing to what amounts to an international organization, end quote. The organization, of course, does not indoctrinate anyone. Scientologists indoctrinate people. You indoctrinated people as a course supervisor and recruiter and on other posts. Insider Scientologists direct the indoctrination into the scam and the criminal fair game machine. Insiders do realize that they are contributing to, indeed running, a criminal conspiracy. Insiders know they are committing crimes against persons when they commit them. If you are to be believed, they successfully kept you ignorant of the fact you have now realized that you are contributing to a criminal enterprise. The insiders kept their actual criminal intentions and actions secret from you just because they were criminal and the insiders knew it. That is why Mr. Rathbun, while professing to have left Scientology and the criminal conspiracy in which he was a longtime insider, does not tell the truth about his victims, but his new life still victimizes them. I believe there are instances in your book when you present as having knowledge you do not actually have, which you could actually have had if you were actually an insider. It is certainly obvious that a great amount of the information you communicate in the book you acquired not as an insider of any kind, but only after you became an outsider. I think, therefore, you should clarify that you are not really an insider or even an ex-insider. You could more accurately subtitle your book An Ex-Scientologist's Guide to What Scientology is Really All About, even if it really is not what Scientology is really all about, but what one person asserts it's all about. To better express your humility, which is described in your book's foreword as so distinctive that it marks you out from most former members, you could subtitle your book An Idiot's Guide to What Scientology is Really All About. You could explain that you were not writing for idiots, but that you were acknowledging yourself as being an idiot by contributing all those years of youth and potential to all those lying, bullying, criminal insiders like Mr. Rathbun. Since Scientology, as you acknowledge, is an international criminal organization, an insider's guide would be something like an insider's guide to the mafia, or an insider's guide to what the mafia is really all about. Here's an insider's guide to
Hey,
the mafia.
you got a girlfriend.
Claims, I believe,
She's amazing.
to be a made man. Analogously, you are not a made man.
She's hanging out with a famous person's son today, who's part of all sorts of different conspiracies, Hollywood conspiracies. Up and around. I'm still trying to learn my way around Hollywood. I didn't expect to be here this long, and now I'm like, I'm starting to pay a lot more attention to the surroundings and get my bearings real nice. I'm trying to be able to take Sunset to the courthouse from memory. Sunset's cool because it goes from downtown LA all the way out to the Pacific Coast Highway.
business was olives. Although you went to staff Christmas parties, you weren't in on closed-door meetings, and you accepted that condition. You thought the whole organization was a big happy family because you weren't an insider. You knew a lot of employees came and went, and some, when they went, spread tales about criminality, but you kept nose to the grindstone, hated those traitors, and granted them no credence. You took a lot of abuse on the job because the bosses acted like thugs. You saw a lot of employees abused and dished out some abuse yourself. You put in 27 years, saw you had a dead-end job, had an affair, or realized the oil you were selling was rancid, and you left the company. You then began to read the reports from all the ex-employees whom you hated all those years and never granted any credence, that you had actually been working for a criminal enterprise. You had been contributing to making the insiders rich so they could be criminals and run the enterprise. Jesse Prince describes insider closed-door meetings this way from the period when he was an insider. Quote, there were years of boardroom meetings at ASI to figure out how to get rid of Jerry Armstrong, L. Ron Jr., David Mayo, and a few other people who had devoted their lives in servitude to L. Ron and his grand ideas. We would be sitting in the boardroom at L. Ron's Author Services Organization, reading advices from L. Ron, calling for the heads of staff. He felt offended him somehow. Listening to Miscavige and other staff, figuring out ever clever ways to get rid of the people who were aggravating poor L. Ron. As we sat there, making up plans to attack the very same people who were at L. Ron's side, doing everything in their power to do his will. L. Ron never wavered when it came to annihilating the oldest and closest devoted adherents he had. There is no retirement in the business of Scientology. Ron taught his progeny to quickly and quietly get rid of the most loyal staff members without remorse. There were banker boxes full of, quote, advices from L. Ron spewing hate-filled vitriol about Jim. It is my understanding that unlike Mr. Rathbun, you never attended such meetings. You never read the banker boxes of LRH orders spewing hate-filled vitriol about me. But Mr. Rathbun had to have. You were never involved in figuring out how to get rid of me. But Mr. Rathbun was for years because he was an insider. Your book title, Scientology A to Xenu, conveys the idea that as an insider, you knew about Xenu, his incident, his implant, and the upper...
Side quest. You okay, man? Are these guys harassing you? What? Phone's missing?
Yeah, my ball's missing now. It's in my playroom, so these guys.
Did they move your shit out of here?
Yeah, they know they did, man, but when I walk out of here, they know they're protecting me. They're making me walk out the front of the shit.
They try to pepper spray you?
Yeah, bro, they're trying to put the shit up in the head and move. Walk right by me. I find them to run over my shit, but I don't care.
They threw all the shit over here?
Pretty much keep on telling them to move it. Like I said, I'm not doing this. I'm tired of being quiet, bro. I lost all my shit again. I a brand new phone, a fucking wallet. I'm already homeless, so I try to grab the shit and keep on pushing me over. They're laughing at the driving over my shit. I have nothing, dude. I have a chest and I can't really even walk. They're trying to tell me, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. I can't go to the hospital. All my cars and shit missing out. I'm really trying to resell shit.
Dude, I'm just checking out, dude.
Check it out.
What are you guys doing?
We're security here.
There's security of the public sidewalk?
No. We're security up here.
Okay, so
what,
why?
I can't be here?
Oh, I'm just asking, why are you so defensive?
Because I know how this shit starts, man.
What do you mean how shit starts? I'm just asking some questions. What's going on?
I don't need to answer that.
You don't have to answer it. But it seems like you might be on some fucking bullshit here right now.
Think whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah, I am gonna think that. I think that I see I see a private security guard policing the public sidewalk.
Shit out of me. You could say whatever you want.
Is this not
but
the?
You ain't getting nothing out of me.
Is this the public sidewalk?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Come on.
So what do
you know it's a setup when you're 3 years old. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on,
guys. Take it easy, bro. Take it easy, man. Take it easy. What the fuck are you? What the fuck are you harassing this guy on a public sidewalk? All right, what the fuck are you doing then right now?
None of your fucking business.
You guys look like fucking thugs. Yeah, now it is my fucking business.
I don't give a fuck.
Because we're on the public sidewalk.
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
So what?
Now it's my fucking business.
So what's next?
Yeah.
What's next?
Nothing. We're gonna stand here. I'm gonna film you. Look like a fucking Nazi. There, we got the cam back already. Good. Awesome. Protecting the public sidewalk.
I'm done.
They threatened to pepper spray you on the public sidewalk? Yeah, you're a little bitches. I can tell right now you're a little fucking bitch. This guy's got his little bitch ass little like shave in the eyebrow. Yeah, no, I see you. I see you. The dude's a fucking human. No, well, I'm gonna fucking sit here and talk shit to you. You're a little fucking, you couldn't even be a cop. You're just a little bitch.
You're a little twat.
Yep, well,
do something with your hair. You look like a bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
how's that?
Get it
How's
out.
that?
Get out. You got your little glove on.
You're a joke, dude. A joke.
Yeah, look at you. You're harassing a homeless man.
Dude, why don't you get a job? How are you gonna tell him that he lives here? Get a job,
Shut the fuck up.
Don't do this stupid shit.
Well, if your job is protecting the sidewalk, harassing people, yeah, YouTube. It's YouTube. Defender of ants. Defender of ants. Go fuck off. Piss off the public sidewalk. Piss off the public sidewalk. Piss off the public sidewalk.
What the fuck? You stupid? I'll stand right here all day, just like you can. You stand here. You stand here.
Lowe's security officer number 9. Make a complaint here, guys. Scorpion Services Inc. Private Security. Officer Lowe's security officer number 9.
There you go.
Make a complaint.
There you go. Fire it up, man. Say whatever you want to say.
Yeah. Go fucking the public sidewalk fucking Karen. The public sidewalk Karen. The public sidewalk Karen. That's what the fuck you are. A sidewalk Karen. You're a little bitch.
You ain't getting nothing.
You can't fucking shut your fucking trap mouth.
You don't get anything to run with.
You can't shut your trap mouth.
Nada, cero.
Nada. Chupa mi grande huevos, puta. Pinche puta. Chupa mi grande huevos, pinche puta. Adios. Adios, puta. Adios, puta. Yeah. Yo, check the other sidewalk over there, you piece of shit. Check the other sidewalk. Go fucking police some other sidewalk, you fucking piece of shit rent-a-cop. Have some goddamn compassion, you prick. Bye, Felicia. Go fuck yourself. Bye, Felicia. Bye. Fucking thugs. No, man, I just saw that. I came by, I saw them harassing you, so I just came over.
I appreciate it. That did go viral.
No, I'm not gonna go viral, man.
I hope he does, man.
I hope you don't get fucked with. I hope your leg heals, man, and it's a tough situation. I don't have. They threw all your shit. I know. I saw it.
I finally got antibiotics. My fucking leg is I don't even have insurance. I'm trying to get it. It's funny, but
It's hard, man. I live in my van in an RV, so I get it.
You're blessed, though. You know what I'm saying? You got that. Thank you, though. Hopefully that does go viral. Since when you take off with that shit, man, your family can do something. You know, what you really want to do. You know, that's how it feels.
Yo, you're welcome. I'm out of here. I'll be right there. Have a good day, man. I guess the Braves are going to be another level of troll too. I don't know. I had to stop. So I turned on Ventura. The guy's on meth. His foot is all blown up. Super big on the other side. Thank you. The guy's like, if you go viral, like even when I go viral, it's not like I stopped because of fucking something fucked up was going on. I could feel it. Luxury apartment resort. I mean, the city just like, I watched this great documentary on, someone sent me a documentary on, I think it was it Norway? Finland, how they've like just kind of like really redefined how to deal with the homelessness there. And really they took it from a program in Housing First or something, I think it was, from America. Well, and it's such a compounded issue. It's not just like, oh, you have to do this, or yeah, we just have to have the right political power, or the right president, and he's gonna change it all and gonna make everything right. That's just not reality. It's so far from reality. The way that we help now is just the homeless shelters. It's there has to be small communities, local. Every, either areas designated or moving. What? Bikes only? This shit's fucking stupid. totally confused on where I'm at now. I think I gotta be on the other side. Well, and like, there just has to be, what's going on now is just fucked up. And the poorer neighborhoods or the middle class, the lower class neighborhoods are the ones who are being affected the most by it because of what's happening in the luxury areas. They don't want to see them because they're an eyesore. So there's an aggressive campaigns against them in locations like that, just like what we just saw. And I get it that people don't want the homeless by their shit, but there's nothing. It's just reacted to. Everything's on reactions. And it's those people that really should be helping cater to some of the homelessness. And it takes years, and there just has to be small. Like, to me, movable tiny homes are the solution, as well as bathrooms and showers. I believe every area should share the burden of the homeless, but I don't think that they should have to share it all the time. And movable, temporary tiny homes, tiny little enclaves, to me, really the solution. And it also, like, allows the area to kind of get refreshed. Even if it's like one place for 3 months or one place for 2 months, the stuff has to be movable. For the feces and the piss and the vomit and all that, the food spoilage, the burning, all that, it has to be movable. And like 10, 15, 20 small communities that all have a universal hub, that there's some type of central command or something. I'm really passionate about the homelessness stuff too, because I'm technically homeless myself. And when you make it illegal to live and not just be able to close your eyes, it's you come into a lot of issues. What are you doing, dude? Lady? Jesus fuck. No, not a commune. Because I don't think that I think people at different stages in their recovery have to move around. I believe that there has to be like a hard rehab, a soft rehab, and then a sober living, and then those communities have to stick together, and you migrate up through those communities. So not like a commune, because it kind of gets shuffled around. And I really think that, yeah, there's like just little shelters, man. We're not talking about a lot. And also the little shelters that are I think there's a couple different, you have to have a couple different things, man. You have to have places that are stuck in one place, things that are outside and just like a pod for people to sleep in. You need stuff for families. You know, you have different needs for different homelessness. So one set of houses or one set of things is not necessary. And but you live where you have a communal kitchen or a communal, like some like communal communal shower and bathroom. You know, 5 pods. Have some pods that are just by themselves where people want to come to a location, because everyone's different. Some people want to be with the group, some people want a small little group, others want to be our lone wolves, and I'm a little bit of both. So I see the need to have like multiple options. Like a little pod would be good for one person but not a couple. And then, you know, even a couple pod, you know, something with a baby thing where you have some baby stuff. It's gotta be like easily cleanable. And I think that a lot of the care and maintenance of a lot of that should be done by community service. Really get the people out of jail, especially any type of like a lot of these victims. If you're in jail for victimless crimes, you should be out there working. Cleaning and you know, as part of your service. What are you honking for, you fuck? You're in the wrong lane, you cocksucker. Have fun. I'm just yelling at this fucker honking at me. It's being a jerk. Alright, y'all, thank you for hanging out. Thank you for just being here. Thank you for being yourself. Thank you for your continued interest in the Scientology protests, your continued interest in my channel and my content. And I couldn't be here without all y'all, so I appreciate every single one of you. Even my haters, thank you for saying my name. I got court later today, and so I'm gonna try to get together some of my things here, and I appreciate all you. And when I ask questions and stuff, it's not hating on you or anything. I want that to be clear. I want to really be behind the persons that I need to be behind, right? The real victims, you know, the real ants, not just like pretend ants, and people who pretend to be there for the ants but aren't really there for the ants. So thank you so much for everything, and I'll see you in a bit.